Hi guys, welcome to Didedi's Crafty Corner. Today we're going to be playing with some transparent texture paste, some distress inks, and a stencil. So this is a 5" by 5" panel that I'm going to be putting on a 5.5" by 5.5" card, if it all works out okay. Now, I've used texture paste before and made it different colors, but not transparent texture paste. And I didn't want to use my Distress Oxide ink, one, because I don't have refillers, but two, because I didn't know how it would react to the texture paste, as far as the texture paste, the thinner texture paste being the transparent being wetter, you know, how that would react with the oxidization. How do you say that, I wonder? How it would be. All right, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to take some texture paste, I'm going to put it out on my mat here, and then I'm going to add some different colors to it. So what I would like to do is make a panel of this little flower right here, but I'm not really wanting this little thing to be quite as movie as it is. So let's try this. Oh, that's already better. Okay. Kind of just, I'm wanting it to set down. I hate to waste my tape, but we can always use the tape again. That's why I like to use my painter's tape, to be honest with you. Okay. All right, so let's try that. All right, so the stencil, I don't know where I got it. I got it a long time ago. I believe it was a gift with something. Or maybe it was in with a stamp, or I'm not even sure, but it's like a sunflower. And I thought, how cool would that be to give it some texture and put it on paper and maybe use some texture paste on it. Again, have not done this before, so we're gonna give it a shot. I wanted to use the transparent texture paste because it's going to give it a glossy look, I think. And let's just go with it. Let's just see. So I know I want my inside part to be darker, so I'm going to use my wild honey for the inside. So let's go ahead and do that first. And it's not going to take a lot of this, and I hate to waste it. So let's not waste it, Diane. Let's just use a tiny little bit. I'm just going to put a drop on there. Ooh, that is a nasty looking color. Okay, we're gonna go with it though. That looks like baby poop. I like the smell of the texture, the transparent texture paste. It has a different smell to it altogether. Now I'm also not very sure how it dries either. So I'm not sure if it dries, I want to get this on the back of my knife. I'm not sure if it dries. Actually, I want this to be only in the middle. I'm not sure if it dries fast or slow is what I'm trying to say. It does have quite a bit of a fume, though, so maybe if you're sensitive, maybe get headaches or something, be a little careful. Ventilated room might be good, because it's actually burning my eyes, which I was not expecting. Pretty, right? So I'm wondering if we want to put a little bit around the edges of the flowers as well. What do you think? Maybe just sporadically, like right on the tips. I wasn't planning on doing that, but you know, I don't like to waste. Okay, that's good. Okay, now I'll just go ahead and take whatever is on there and wipe it off. All right. Then I'm going to go ahead and wipe off my utensils. This is going to be fun. Okay. All right, so now, what do you think? I was thinking I would do a bright yellow and orange, but I've kind of already sailed that boat, don't you think? I think the bright yellow is going to be too light now. That's what I think, but let's just give it a shot. And of course you could use your distress, just your regular distress daubers and mix it in that way, but I have these and I don't fill my things. That's really yellow. I'm kind of liking the transparency aspect of this. I have to say, it's giving it a whole different look. I think it would have been fun to do it side by side with the regular paste. It's kind of pretty, right? Ooh. All right. Again, I'm wanting to be a little more controlled about where it goes. So I'm just going to kind of pick it up on the tip. And I think what I'm going to do is come out. And I think it being transparent is going to, I think we're just going to end up with two colors here. So I should have made more. I think it being transparent is actually going to help us a little bit. This is going to be interesting. I'm going to add a little bit of orange too. I mean, because look how it's going right over the yellow color, the honey, wild honey that we already had down. That's actually very interesting. Mixing in a little bit of the color here. Gotta remember, we don't want to scrape too much off because this is a very thin paste. Okay, let's clean this up, and I am going to add just a little bit of orange in there. What do you think, guys? You know, this just popped into my head today when I was at the doctor's office. There's a picture on the wall. It's a motivational kind of quote thing. And it had a huge orange sunflower on it. And it was very textured. It was like a textured, like a stucco painting, if you will, of a sunflower. And I thought, I think I have a stencil of a sunflower. Let me play with that for an hour or so when I get home today before I go. I'm going to the foot doctor today. Girl, I've got so many doctor's appointments in this month, you have no idea. No idea. Okay, so I want this to be dark orange, so I'm going to put a couple drops on there. It's overkill, but if I'm going to go darker. Ooh, look at the vibrancy. Good gravy. I added a lot of color into this, so keep that in mind when you're doing it. It does not need this much color, but I'm like I said, I'm playing with an image that I have in my head. I did not take a picture of it. I should have. I thought about that on the drive home today, but I was like, I can remember. It was orange and yellow. How hard can that be? But the next time I'm in that room. Okay, look at that color. Pretty. All right, now let's see. I think I'll do the same thing. I'm gonna get this off of this knife and then just kind of pick it up on the edge and see if I can control it a little bit where I want it to go. I'm liking this yellow for sure, so I don't want to cover it all up. Oh, I just kind of want to give it a little bit of a textured flower look, you know? That scared me. Can you hear that? My shower dripped. I took a shower early this morning. Why would it be dripping now? But I actually jumped a little bit. So like I said, I know some of you guys don't like this chit chat, but a lot of you do. And in my mind, this is how I create as well. I kind of talk to myself, not out loud, guys. I know that would be a little crazy, right? Although sometimes I do. Sometimes I walk into my room with an idea and I talk to you guys even though you're not on yet, even though I haven't turned you on yet. I'm like, ooh, guys, I got a great idea. Because I'm just so excited to share it with you. You guys are a big part of not why I craft. You're a big part of why you're the reason why I film, but you're a big part of why I continue to craft. Because I'm so excited to share with you guys. All right. I'm going to be taking some of that off now and seeing how big of a mistake I made here. But I'm wondering, do I want to swoop this way or go that way? What do you think? All right, we're going to go. Let's move that ink out of the way. Definitely going to lose some of my orange here by doing it this way, but I'm okay with that. I'm also rethinking I should have used watercolor paper here. All right, we're going to stop right there. All right, guys, let's see how bad it is. I'm going to put the tape over here so I can wash it off. Pretty. I should have used watercolor paper. So if you look right here, it kind of pulled up on the paper. But look at that. Isn't that pretty? Now, I'm wondering, where's that little Crayola? Okay, hold on. I got an idea here. Just to kind of fix it up a little bit. I'd like to save it. It's super cute. And since it's textural anyway. Okay, so if I had used watercolor paper, we would not have had this issue. So we're gonna have to do it again with watercolor paper. Yep, that's what I'm gonna have to do. All right, I don't hate that. I don't hate it. Look at that. Ooh, that's kind of pretty, right? All right, let me clean all this up. I'm gonna bring you in closer and let you see it. Isn't that pretty? I'm going to let it dry, and I'm going to grab some watercolor paper, and we're going to try it again. I think we'll try it two ways. I think we'll try it with this texture, with the clear texture paste again, and then we'll also try it with the regular texture paste. So, like I said, I'm going to let it dry, clean all this up, and I'll be back in a little bit.